Add astro. Add astro. All tasks.
Perfect weather for a nap in the workshop.
Wish me luck! As you wish. Sure, I'll hang out with you youngsters.
Time for a nap. Bring it!
Windblade!
it!
Truth repeats its course.
I'll keep this close.
What's our objective?
Here, let me help you.
Let's go.
Oh, how exciting! According to the letter, this should be—
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you—
Wait! We're at the
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders.
Are our clothes really so—
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be, in which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the
Well, that sounds more— Well, now— Paimon doesn't see him anywhere.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close—
Well, I've had— This was the case in retail. So I came up with this little— But in all seriousness, it helped us determine
Don't—
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very— Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck— so you've heard of it. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission— But before that, there is one other—
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on—
What delicious books were more interesting last time.
Bring it!
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt degree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt. Before I try, as for Inazu, the Raiden Shogun, the eternity in question, as such, the Shogun
Seems like
of course, this is perhaps the Shogun, whatever, and this
But if that's the case...
and yet...
Huh? Hey, are you okay?
Sound?
Yeah, you touched the statue.
Aspirations? Have you heard? That is where... So if what, then the ambitions of these people are... Alright, time for the next... Kamisato residence.
kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be...
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato...
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on? Oh,
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato... Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an...
makes sense.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion. As I have awaited at present in Ina's... Though the a commission's power... Traveler, lend us your Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please, wait! I will introduce you to the right...
What are your wishes?
They pertain to three whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you...
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped care...
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return.
I'm sure...
Let's see, where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this?
Precisely. The children are desperate for...
That must be the guy Ayaka
Ah, you must also be... Teijima has protected this place ever since he arrived here, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will go...
If you want, it's clear that Teijima... I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important. Truth be told.
seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. You must be Teijima.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what true. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to in the past.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? Oh,
Oh, that reminds...
I keep...
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more...
Perfect! So if we want to...
If you don't mind...
This looks like Teijima's diary, all right? Let's see what... Today, I went Huh? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine. So this is the omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy? Somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's still. It's clear that I was waiting for someone here. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years, how could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love? Regret? No. After all, it's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. I think... maybe not. If this is something I waited... Although... when I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is... missing. I shall
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still... it seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima... At least we were able to help him. Weren't we? According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
I've already waited this long. They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food! We demand an explanation!
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions!
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential! Do you understand?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and in the past... He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it! We'll starve without them!
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Don't worry. Atsuko will be fine.
She's still okay?
I've never... I don't know. My own family... My own family can... That's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be
To be perfectly honest, I don't... All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling...
Does it have to do with the missing emergency?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after... If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency...
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those... We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have...
We really outdid ourselves. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit...
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a... Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey.
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's...
Another test subject.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got... But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little...
You've got a deal! Now show us what's...
Huh? What the...
There's nothing in here, but I...
Yeah. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to... As for you guys, you're free to go.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it.
Bring it! Bring it!
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy...
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was... But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increase...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain the... Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it...
Wow. Kurosawa... And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on and never tell anyone, I'll clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable... I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go...
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of... Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa. What are you doing here all by
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency...
Strange. Is that... I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still... Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was one... I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said...
Hey! If you look carefully, there seems to be... Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now, taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I get... But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those... The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so... And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable...
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is... Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next... The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. He's the present-day master of Make-Yo. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end.
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though?
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain.
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live—
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to,
Disciple?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui, but then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got—
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My Sensei's name is Domon. A name I'm sure you've already— Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor— But then—
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil— But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over—
the Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand— So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this—
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness just now when Nanako was attending to him. She heard when she asked him who the people were. He suddenly looked pale. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with blood. All the while he kept calling those names. Others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a— Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be—
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Seems they aren't here. little further up.
Are you sure you're Dolmon's disciples? Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
Excuse me? We're the ones... And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like...
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with... I don't care to talk about that. Dolmon Sr.
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish... When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying make-yoshi sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as practitioners of make-yoshi sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his... Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would... I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making... Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to have...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up. After that I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, I still respected his mastery of the blade. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't... Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
You're saying, does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that...
Lady Yae? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's what...
Correct. Lady Yae is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yae does not like to be kept... I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a...
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice of our...
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yae's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. She has to... Anyway, you should join us too. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yae. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out. Do you think that's Lady Yae? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yae, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yae, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui. Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine... There was one... Then... Lady, it requires one to take their... Only a deep commitment to his ambition to... When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that... Did he follow us the whole...
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to...
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually...
Goodness.
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, but I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cut. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself...
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Traveler, a moment, please.
So, the wind that blows from afar carries fresh light. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what... We can come back to it another time. For now...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Letting brave names echo!
Is this an answer from this world?
Bring it!
Bring it! Yep.
What's the occasion?
Oh, I'm look.
Not too far now. You can always tell which ones are ripe for the picking by the sound they make when you tap them.
As you wish.
What's our objective?
I'll keep this close. Is this an answer from this world? I'll keep this close. A reward on the road.
As a dutiful maid would, I must leave no stone unturned.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
I'll keep this close.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
I wasn't done. I got careless. Wrong test subject.
Windblade!
Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Be gone!
I missed a spot.
Thank you for complete.
I shall protect the lady of the clan.